Hey Maya, uh, so I just got home and I did get to do everything that I needed to do. Uh, Today was a little rough around the edges, not too bad. Uh, it was like I don't know, it wasn't that bad. Uh, I I want to try to see well, it's like I gotta see your. I don't have to. I don't know. I'm supposed to see your little brother today. Make a couple more runs, but it's not until later. So, as I said, I'm gonna sit here and watch Once Upon a Time and try to finish up the season. Until then, he's supposed to be leaving me too. I think he's going to Texas. Hopefully, no time soon. That way I get to spend more time with him. It's been a little crazy. I did have him not too long ago. We kind of went around. He got to meet Auntie Jarlene and your grandpa. And, yeah. It's just, I couldn't really go and get him lately. I haven't been able to go get him lately, so, I don't know. It's a crazy time right now. Yeah. So, I don't know. I just want to talk to you a little bit before I start watching the show. Because I don't know. I feel like the internet's gonna start moving slow or something. I don't know. Then again, it might not. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. Huh. Maybe not. Well, then again, I don't know. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. Yeah. I kind of like this show or whatever. It's like everybody's trying to find, everybody trying to find a happy ending or whatever. And, if you ever heard the story of Snow White, there's a Wicked Witch in the show, and now, well, I don't wanna go into everything about the show, but she kept every time she tried to find her happy ending, and something would always go wrong, and that kind of kept her being mad at everybody and being the Wicked Witch. Eventually, she is another story. All the stories are coming together. It's like all of the stories that have ever been written are like coming to life. So they're all coming together. It's like the witch, and then this is also this show called Dr. Jekyll, not the show, but the story about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. They're both the same person, but he drinks this potion that makes him change into someone else. But it's supposed to be like it takes his regular self and changes him into his I don't want to say evil self, but his all his anger, his passion, all of that. That's supposed to be Mr. Hyde. Dr. Jekyll is supposed to be the nice guy, in the show he kind of a nerdy, huh? He's kind of nerdy, but big twist in the show. Dr. Jekyll, the nice guy, turned out to be the bad guy, and Mr. Hyde was supposed to be the evil guy, was the good guy, and it's like Doctor. I know I gotta go back to the Wicked Witch. Dr. Jekyll started working on the potion and it would change him into Mr. Hyde. And to finish the potion, it was like that was just the beginning. That was just the start of the potion. What it did as far as starting, it wasn't finished. It wasn't complete. And he finished the potion. And eventually, when the potion was finished, it didn't turn him into Mr. Hyde. It separated them, so where it was two people instead of just the same person changing. And so before he completed the potion, he before he completed the potion, he liked it was this girl that he liked, and he he kept drinking the potion and sending Mr. Hyde to handle all of his business. So Mr. Hyde was supposed to go talk to Mr. Hyde was supposed to go talk to the girl and let her know that Dr. Jekyll was interested in her. And instead of her wanting Dr. Jekyll, she ended up liking Mr. Hyde. She said that she didn't want Dr. Jekyll, and so they ended up liking each other. I guess falling in love. And when the potion wore off, Mr. Hyde changed back into Dr. Jekyll, and the girl, I guess she left, and when she came back, it was Dr. Jekyll there instead of Mr. Hyde, and she's, where did Mr. Hyde go? And there's like no way that he could have got past her without her knowing. So she's like, where did he go? How did you get in here? And Dr. Jekyll's like, what? Okay, well, how is this? You're supposed to like me. He was supposed to go there to talk to you about me. And she like, I don't like you. I don't want you. And so I don't know why, he started grabbing her, and they start shaking each other, and eventually they got to the window, and she fell out the window, and she ended up dying. And he knew he was gonna get in trouble. He's wondering like, okay, how do I get out of here and stuff? So he drinks the potion and changes himself to Mr. Hyde. So now everybody thinks Mr. Hyde did it instead of Dr. Jekyll. And so they don't let you know that until after a while. So everybody thinking Mr. Hyde's the bad guy until he tries to kill Beauty, like Beauty and the Beast. She has a name, I just can't think of it right now. Belle. He tries to kill Belle, and that's when they find out what really happened. And now the only way they did find out how to kill, because after you separate yourself, like the good from the bad, the only way to kill the bad is to kill the original. So you would have to kill both of them, I guess. So they did find that out, which they were trying to figure out how to do that, how to kill the bad. Okay, so before they find all of that out, we're gonna, I guess, back up a little bit. The Wicked Witch, not the Wicked Witch, the Evil Witch. The Wicked Witch is from the Yellow Brick. Is from the Yellow Brick Road. Is the Wizard of Oz. The Wicked Witch is from the Wizard of Oz, and the Evil Witch, the Evil Queen. That's her. That's what she is. The Evil Queen and the Wicked Witch are actually sisters. And so the Evil Queen, she takes Dr. Jekyll's potion. She takes Dr. Jekyll's potion to separate herself, from her evil self, because she wanted her happy ending, and she couldn't figure out how she was going to. She actually fell in love with Robin Hood. Robin Hood was a guy that he's from another story. I don't know if you ever watched any cartoons about Robin Hood, but Robin Hood, he was a thief. But he was, I guess, a good thief. He was, I'm not to explain it. He was like an honorable man, honorable. Uh, like he wasn't really the type of person to hurt people or to get what he wanted. Nothing like that. He stuck to his word and he didn't lie to people and things like that. So he was a real good guy, and except that he was a thief, but he only stole from the rich and gave to the poor. So he would steal from rich people, and most of the people that he stole from were actually real bad people who would like take things from the poor people, like or make the poor people pay a lot for only little stuff. Okay, so Robin Hood would steal from the rich. Like they would have a carriage full of gold driving past to get back to their castles, and Robin Hood would steal all the gold and he would give it to the poor people. So the evil queen fell in love with Robin Hood, and Hades is Hades is he's supposed to be the god of the underworld, and he's also Zeus's brother, and Zeus is Hercules' father. If you ever heard or if you ever watched Hercules, it's a cartoon. I don't think you would ever watched it. Maybe your mom can find it for you. So um, Zeus, he has a lightning bolt, and he uses his lightning bolt to as a weapon, but it's not like he's hurting everybody. He's he actually used it to make sure that Hades wouldn't leave the underworld, and he used it on Hades. So Hades was stuck in the underworld. He could leave, but not for long. And if he could, I don't know if he could actually physically leave or just make it where other people see him outside of the underworld, but he couldn't really leave. And basically, he's two places at one time. So the only way for Hades to leave the underworld is for him to have to find true love, and have a true love's kiss. That's how Snow White was waking out of her sleep, in her story or whatever. The evil queen gave her an apple and it made her fall asleep. So Hades used, I guess after Zeus used the lightning bolt on I guess in the show it's like a crystal, but it broke, and Hades had a piece of the crystal. He used it on Robin Hood, and he did find his true love. Hades found his true love, so he was able to leave the underworld. And his true love happened to be the Wicked Witch, the evil queen sister, from the Wizard of Oz. So the Wicked Witch and Hades is supposed to be true love, and so he used it on Robin Hood, and it's like after you use the crystal on somebody, they is it as if they never existed. So it's not like the underworld is a place where everybody went after they died. But well, I can't say everybody. It's like a place where people go when they had unfinished business, and like say if I died, I think this one of those things I would say I don't want to say too much stuff like that. Anyway, but to explain the story, I think if I died, you would probably be my unfinished business. Um, so a lot of the people there in the underworld don't really or can't really figure out what their unfinished business is. So in the show, they were trying to help people remember or find out what was keeping them in the underworld. And once you find out what your unfinished business is, then you can move on to your happy place. Um, like say if I was to talk to you and let you know how I felt about you, uh, then I would probably be able to move on to my happy place. Okay, so now if you use the crystal on somebody, it's like they can't move on. It's like they never existed. So it's like he used it on Robin, so he wouldn't. So Robin Hood didn't go to the underworld, or to like find out what his unfinished business is, or he didn't just move. Some people did move straight on to their happy place. Um, so Robin Hood couldn't do any of that because he used the crystal on him. It's like there's nowhere for him to move on to. It's like there's nothing to actually move on. And the evil queen, well, her name is Regina. Her name is Regina in the show. Um, so everybody call her the evil queen though. So she was like kind of torn apart, broken up about Robin Hood because he wasn't there anymore, and she wanted to, like she said, she was always fighting her inner her like because she wasn't evil anymore. She was always fighting her evil side, like making sure it never came out again, and she felt like she was actually losing against the evil in her and or the darkness in her heart, I guess. So, um, Dr. Jekyll gave her the potion. Snow White. Snow White is the evil queen's stepdaughter, and so she married her father. Okay, and so they talked to each other, and Snow White came up with the idea. She didn't make her use it or anything, but Snow White said that she can separate herself from the evil side, and so she did it, and she snatched. Well, so now, um, separating herself from the evil side, there's the evil queen and there's Regina. Regina used to be both. Regina used to be the evil queen. So now it's two of them. So Regina, she still has her powers and stuff. She had magic. So she reached into the evil queen's chest and she took her heart out. And she said that she didn't want her anymore. She didn't want her evil side. So she smushed the heart and it turned into dust. And she thought it was over with. And now, the evil queen is back. So everybody was trying to figure out how to kill their evil side, but you gotta kill the original to kill the evil half, and it's kind of weird because it's like I guess it's like it's like laws of nature, laws of nature. Um, I don't know how to explain that. Like stuff that keeps laws of nature, things that keep a balance, keep things level, equal. Like I can't do this without that messing up, and if I can find a way to do this without that messing up, then it will probably destroy. It will probably mess something else up. So that's why there's no way that. That's why they make it, or the laws of nature make it where I can't do this without messing that up. So, yeah. So it's like laws of nature. Um, hmm. So yeah, you can't kill one without killing the other. They're still trying to figure out a way to keep the evil queen, because she came back and now she's like torturing everybody, or trying to anyway. So they're trying to figure out a way to keep her from trying to hurt everybody, but keep Regina alive also, because she's like, she's, I guess she's part of their family now, instead of an evil queen. Even before there was a different evil queen, she became a part of their family because she wasn't evil anymore. She was helping instead of hurting, because she wasn't really that hurt person anymore. And it's like a lot of things, backstories that happened to make her that way. But they tell you all of this stuff during the show. I like the show a lot. It's different. And me, I like this type of show. That's why I watch it. It's like I like magic. I like I like magic. I like action. I like adventure. And then it's like you throw all of that stuff in, and it's like, you can have like a very attention grabbing show. So that's why I like. Um, and yeah, so it's more to the show. I just can't really explain. No, I would like to watch it with you. Um, if you haven't started or seen it before, I know season 7's on here, and I think um, one of the characters, he's young right now, like he's still in school. I think he's in high school, but probably just starting out. Either that or he's in middle school, just finishing up. One or the other. And yeah, it would be nice to watch that with you. Um, in season 7, I think he's grown. He's a grown up in season 7. So I don't know how they're gonna continue the story from there. So like, if he's a grown up, then what happened to everybody else? Okay, so yeah, I'm kind of, but I still gotta finish season 6 first. So I'm still starting out. This is probably maybe the longest video I've done. I, I like I don't know, filling you in. I don't know. I kind of feel like at one point at the day, well, at one point in my day, I felt like I was losing my best friend. I don't know, but it was more my fault, because I kind of like explained something and I didn't say, it's like one word that I should have used differently, and I don't know. It was re-explained to me, and after that, things kind of like got a little better. And somebody kind of like explained things to me differently, and I got to fix where I messed up using what I didn't use the right word. I kind of got to fix that. So miscommunication, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. It's like that's what I had to do today. So it's like kind of threw me off a little bit. I don't know. I think your mom. I don't know. I don't know what type of show. I think. Well, I don't really know what type of shows your mom was like that would really grab her attention. I know she used to like Orange Is the New Black. I liked it a little bit, not too much. That was her show. She liked watching that. I think that was the last thing I remember her watching or whatever. I was like very comfortable with your mom. Like, she was actually like, she was I consider her my best friend. Um, I don't know about her. She, actually at the time she was my only friend, and I didn't really mind. I should have been like a more talkative friend though. Uh, I I kind of like got too comfortable, and it's like me. I was like the type to like, I just got settled in the fact that she made me so comfortable that I just wanted to be around her. Like I would just lay back, like same as I'm on these pillows right now. I would just lay back on her and just chill. Like felt like, well, I didn't say, I want to say felt like, I just didn't really talk a lot. Like I should have just tried to talk a little more, or interact a little more. I just wanted to feel her touch sometimes, and and I don't know. I just like that she was there. I wouldn't want to change it at all. I don't know. I can't speak for her. It's like, I hate that everything fell apart. I kind of feel like it was my fault though. Uh, I just I like, I should have spoken up a lot more than I did. Instead of waiting like till it was too late to talk. I guess I was still trying to put things together. Like as far as where we were and where we wanted to be, or where we could be. Um, I don't know. So it's like when you guys moved away, I lost uh, my princess, and I lost my best friend all at the same time. So it hurt a lot. I really didn't know what to do. And then it felt like I couldn't do anything after I tried doing something, at all. So, hmm, I don't know. After a while, it got better though. Uh, Still not like, it's still not how I pictured things. Like it's not how I picture things now, or well, back then anyway. But it's still, it's better than it was. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try to start watching this show. Like I said before, I didn't want to do like a 30-minute video, but it turned out it turned out to be close, real close to it this time. I don't know if I should. I'm not trying. I don't think I can split the videos, but hopefully I can upload it. I don't think it will be a problem. Uh, but well, one day, and this is one of the things that I want to talk to you in person about. I kind of want to tell you about my mom, um, but I'm probably gonna save that for when if if I see you. Uh, all right. I guess I will check in with you later.